Welcome to Washington, D.C., where recently we had the chance to sit down with Pelican Products' new chairman, General Peter Pace. As an advisor to the President of the United States and a former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Pace spoke to us about a wide range of topics. General Pace, thank you for joining us today. We really do appreciate your time.
It's my pleasure, Brian. Thank you.
General, when you look at your experience in the military, how do you take that over to the private sector, and particularly in helping Pelican Products prepare for the next future?
Well, I think there's an awful lot that's in common between military planning and strategic planning for businesses. You know, I spent the last 6 years of my life looking out 5, 10, 15, 20 years for the U.S. government, not only on the military side, but also on Homeland Security and the government in general. And when you move over to a company like Pelican, they're looking at 5, 10, 15 years, looking at not only the product line that's being delivered now, but also the products the consumer is going to need in the next 5, 10 years. And that's very, very similar, and I enjoy it.
When you look at Pelican's role in terms of providing cases and equipment for the military, do you see that as a vital part of the growth of the company in terms of its opportunities?
It'll be a significant part, certainly not the only part, but a significant part, because the military is becoming more and more technology oriented. Everything from cameras to unmanned aerial vehicles to sensors, anything that needs to be transported in the very rough environment where the military normally operates, and must arrive as a piece of technical gear that can function very precisely. The more that you rely on precision and technology, the more you're going to rely on Pelican cases. So from that standpoint, I see growth ahead for the relationship between not only the U.S. military, but other militaries around the world and Pelican.
I'd like to turn, if I could, to some of the issues facing society
Sure.
in whole. When you look at global terrorism and the challenges that we face, what do you see as the biggest challenges as a society we face in this battle?
I think the biggest challenge, not only for our own society, but for everyone on the globe, is to really come to grips with what is this fight all about, and to understand why different people see it differently. There are 26 nations, for example, inside of NATO. All of us have agreed to be in Afghanistan to help the Afghan people, but each nation is there for a different reason. Some countries, like the United States, that have been attacked on their home soil, are there not only to help the Afghan people, but also to protect ourselves at home. Other countries, having not been attacked at home, are there simply to help the Afghan people, and simply is not the right word, but to help the Afghan people. But when you have different reasons for being someplace, when you have a different understanding of the threat to your own nation, to your own family of terrorism, it means you approach the problem differently. And we need globally to have a much better dialogue amongst nations and amongst individuals to understand, why do we see this differently?
This war, though, is so much different than past wars that I think many people are accustomed to and so used to. What kind of commitment is it going to take from the people to be successful?
It will take commitment for as long as it takes to defeat the terrorist threat. Most terrorist organizations are around for maybe 30 years. The concept of 10, 20, 30 years of defending a nation against terrorism is hard to grasp. We're a nation that's used to defeating our enemies, reaching out, shaking their hands, and saying, "Okay, we won. Let's find out how to be friends and go together." You know, our best trading partners in the world, you know, Japan, Germany, were enemies not too long ago in the scheme of life, but they're great friends now. So we're going to need to understand that this is a long duration event, and understand that victory is going to be very different. Victory is like Washington, D.C. is today. Is there crime in the city? Sure there is. But the police force is able to keep the crime below a level at which normal individuals, citizens, can live their lives the way they want to.
Right.
That's what victory in terrorism is about. Not that there are no terrorist acts anywhere, but that the number of terrorist acts are kept below the level at which the people in that city, in that country, can live their lives the way they want to.
Change is happening so rapidly. How does a large organization like the military respond to the rapid nature of that change?
Yeah, well, the U.S. military, being as large as it is not known for being super agile.
Right.
But it has consistently thought through the challenges that are coming up and has positioned itself well, thanks, one, to having the best troops in the world, and two, the best equipment in the world. The way you get the best equipment in the world is to look out 5, 10, 15 years. Think about the challenges that are clearly going to be there. Think about the things that could happen, and then analyze. Pelican products, great products. Some 87 types of lighting systems, flashlights up through standing lights, some 42 different kinds of cases right now. Great products that are exactly right for today. Now look out 5, 10, 15 years. What's the environment going to be like in that time? What kinds of products are the consumers going to be looking for? How do we then at Pelican take a look at that and start building the products today that are going to be needed?
What are your thoughts regarding Pelican's recent acquisition of Hardig Industries in terms of what does it mean for the future of the company?
This is really exciting. First of all, both companies individually very solid. Both have 30+ years of experience in the business. Both have very financially stable companies. So this is not about one company rescuing another company or two companies having to get together because otherwise they're not going to survive. Both these companies were doing just fine. But what this allows you to do is take the expertise of Pelican in the injection molded cases and the expertise of Hardig in the roto-molded cases, which are a much larger variety, and put them together under one roof. So that as customer has not only the 87 lights and the 42 cases of Pelican, but all of the larger size cases that Hardig has to offer in one company. And we'll be able to provide the same quality products, but with the efficiencies of not each company having to make the duplicate items to compete against each other in the open marketplace, so to speak. So it's an exciting time for both companies, and I'm really delighted that this is going to happen.
There are many people that, if you visit the Pelican website, where people have kind of shared their stories about Pelican products, and a lot of them in the military.
Yeah.
You know, some people are saying, are these really, really true stories? When you read those stories, how do they make you feel about the company you now are with?
They are amazing, the stories, and it makes you feel good. I mean, the most recent one that I remember seeing was the one of a American in Islamabad, Pakistan, that had his vehicle, which is an armored vehicle, destroyed by the bomb that went off outside the Marriott Hotel there. I mean, you saw what the death and destruction of that bomb. And inside his vehicle, he had something in a Pelican case, and the Pelican case and the something inside were not scratched. It's an amazing story. You know, you hear stories also of folks in combat, a helicopter crashing, and the whole helicopter is destroyed, but the Pelican case and its contents are in good shape. I mean, it makes you feel good that the product you're producing, especially when it comes to military forces, is providing the kind of protection that when PFC Pace turns and reaches for that piece of gear, whether it's a weapon or a camera or a sensor or whatever it is that he or she needs right then to work, that when they take it out of that case, it's going to be as good as it was when they put it in the case and perform the way it should. And in life and death situations, whether it's military or police or fire or whatever, it makes you feel good to know that you're helping to ensure that those individuals who are serving the nation in one of those capacities are going to be able to reach into a Pelican case and have a product that's going to work, because when they put it in the case it worked. It's been on a rough ride, and now they need it, and it's still working.
And lastly, General, if I could, what would you like to tell customers? The customers that look at Pelican and see them as the premier provider of these products.
Well, first of all, I would tell them thank you for being our customer. We're glad that they recognize the quality they're receiving. Our intent is to ensure that we always provide to them a quality product. If they ever have any problems with it, we'll fix it. If they have any ideas about how we can improve the product, we're going to listen. At the end of the day, Pelican is nothing without the customer. We have a great product. We have a great family. We want to continue to provide that, and we're delighted to be teamed with our customers and look forward to serving them in many years ahead.
General, we thank you very much, and we appreciate your time today.
Brian, it was my pleasure. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.